What's up, Front Street Hoops family? I know it's been a long couple months, but we are back. Women's college basketball is back. Now, before we get into this upcoming season, I want to talk about the draft class that just played in the WNBA. It was phenomenal. A lot of eyes were brought to the sport. There still need to be some changes with the officials, but Caitlin Clark was the Rookie of the Year. Angel Reese broke the double-double record. Asia Wilson was the MVP. The New York Liberty were the WNBA national champions, and there have been a lot of changes already. Stephanie White will be the new coach for the Indiana Fever, and there is a bunch of free agents. So we'll get into that later on, but I'm just happy that we got a chance to witness that, those of us who do watch the WNBA. So let's continue and get into this college. Now, first off, before we even kick off what's going on in the season, since we're on the topic of the WNBA, the 2025 WNBA mock draft has been out. There are a few lists that have a few players in different positions. You may agree or disagree. I want to know, how do you guys feel? Now, the list looks solid. Every list I've seen looks solid. Some people have Janiyah Barker up higher, but this list has her at 13. I want to know, how, for you South Carolina fans, I mean, don't go crazy on me, but it's some people out there who feels like Raven Johnson is up too high on the list and Tahina Ppl is too high on the list. Now, I have some information and some facts that was brought to me. You can read that here. And I just want to know, how do y'all feel about the WNBA mock draft? I mean, it's just a mock draft, but how do you feel about people saying those players don't deserve to be in those spots? Given their college history and what they did, do you think Raven Johnson is ranked a little higher than what she should be? And do you think by Tahina Ppl going to South Carolina, it hurt her draft stock instead of helping it, even though she won a national championship? Y'all let me know that. Here is the list for the upcoming Freshman of the Year competition. I mean, these are some great names. Jelani had 31 points in her debut against Eastern Kentucky. Joyce Edwards contributed into the win against Michigan when South Carolina played them. Even though she's not on this list, guys, please do not sleep on Silas Swords. I think she can actually play for the Canadian Olympic team right now. That girl is balling. So let's keep an eye out for these young ladies as they make their first year appearance in college basketball. But it's going to be a great look, and I can't wait to see what they do in the future. Juju and Kiki had both average double-doubles in their first appearance on the same court, on the same team together. I can't wait to see what they do this upcoming season. Flau'jae looked flawless in their first game. Here's what Coach Moki had to say about her.
I think it's very obvious Flau'jae is playing effortlessly. And why is that? She's in the greatest shape she's ever been in her life. And it's coming very easy for her.
Coach Kim Mulkey has done a phenomenal job with recruiting. They have the #1 recruiting class for the 2025 season. That's a great look. She gave a lot of props to her assistant coaches and recruiters as well. That's also, I tip my hat to them. That's also a great look. LSU is doing what they're supposed to do to keep their names in the top 25 or even the top 5 at this point. Top 10 for LSU is like a goal, but top 5 for them to return to where they were in the 2023 season, it'll be great. They still have to win the SEC championship. That should come within the next years to come, but South Carolina is still on the top of that conference. So we just have to see. But LSU is doing a great job at recruiting and getting in new talent to help the program stay on top. Olympic medalist Haley Van Lith had 21 points in her debut for TCU. I can't wait to see what she does this season in a new program. Hopefully she returns back to her graces and what she did at Louisville. LSU was an up and down season for her, but I hope she can remain on top and she can get her name back higher on the boards for the WNBA draft. And we wish her great luck this season. Last but not least, we'll talk about the best non-conference matchups. We'll talk about this more in another video, as well as the way too early to predict Final Four. But the best non-conference matchups that will be played in the regular season before the tournament starts. Number one, I'll say South Carolina versus UConn. Then USC, Southern Cal versus UConn. South Carolina versus UCLA. Texas versus Notre Dame. And Southern Cal versus Notre Dame. These will be some great matchups. I mean, just non-conference, just testing the teams out, seeing who you may play and what you may match up against in the tournament. This is great for the game, being that there are so many eyes on women's college basketball right now. Given that last draft class with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, Rakia Jackson, Cameron Brink, Alyssa Pilley, that was just a Lily. That was Nika Mule, who finally got her 2 points. And we wish her a speedy recovery with her ACL tear. It was just eye-opening, fun to watch, great, rivalries. It's just good for the game of women's basketball. But we'll talk more about that in the next video. I'm just happy to be back talking with you guys. Again, I'm gonna have a new setup coming soon. I'll be doing a giveaway. Just stay tuned. And thanks y'all for rocking with me. It's been a long summer, long few months, and I'm finally back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We out, y'all.